sir.
All right. And we're live. Welcome to the first episode of No Cap Sports Podcast. I'm your host, I guess, or
Big Tony.
Host.
Big Tony.
Sick.
Yeah, you call me Ant, whatever. We got Bryson over here. Bryson, let the people know who you are.
Yes, sir. That's me. How you doing, everybody? Good to be here.
Sexy man.
And then we got Rig over here. Rig, let me hear you say something.
Greetings and salutations. Z Rig coming to you. You can call me DJ Z.
No one's calling you that. Kai's not on screen, but Kai, let the people know. Give a shout out. Say what's up.
Yeah, man. Kai Cresswell here. People call me Sensei. It is what it is. All gas, no
All right,
brakes.
that's enough. Kai.
All gas, no brakes. Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Lots of gas from Alexander. Let's go, baby.
I like it.
So
some people call me Alexander. It's all right.
The great.
No.
Cap.
Average.
No cap.
All right, Kai.
Cap.
You had you had your moment.
You guys know.
All right. But the first thing that I would like to do on the show is a lot of accomplishments have happened recently, and
Big time.
Just want to give a congratulations to a few areas.
Congrats.
So the Olympics ended, and I want to give congratulations to Team USA as they had the most gold medals.
Very nice. I got it.
Nice, sir. Good shit.
I like that.
Congrats to both the women's and
Whoa,
men's
dude.
basketball
Whoa,
team.
come on, Captain America. Watch the language.
Captain America.
Kai, you're on
Kai, come on, man.
thin ice here, buddy.
That's not
shout
good.
Out,
We just started.
shout out to that Netherlands runner. She's unbelievably hot.
She's a babe.
That's all I
Smoke
gotta
show.
say. 6-foot goddess of.
Hey,
That's the most important part.
Can I get a
She's
kiss
6
for
foot.
that? Can I get a kiss for that?
Absolutely.
Yes. There we go.
We like
Man.
And then the Hall of Fame just happened. The 2021 inductees just got in. So congratulations to Steve Hutchinson, Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson,
Peyton.
Calvin Johnson, Megatron, Tom Flores,
Did y'all?
Alan Faneca?
Skip it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And
That's
then,
awkward.
and then Drew Pearson, and we all know about Drew Pearson here in Minnesota. If you don't know,
Shout out to my son Drew.
look
If you don't
it
know
up.
now, you know. If you don't
It's
know now, you know.
unfortunate.
Bryson's son is actually named after him.
I already called him out, buddy.
Yep.
Shout out to my boy.
All right.
But thank you.
His eldest
and
son.
then congratulations to two big contracts that happened recently in two different leagues. Luka Doncic, $207 million contract with the Dallas Mavericks.
Best player in the NBA.
Ice in his veins.
And
The
then,
best.
Fuck you mean.
and then a guy that I didn't believe in at first, but he really came around last season. Josh Allen inking up a big 230
Just a big boy.
million.
Just a big boy.
Overpaid or underpaid?
I think that with how the market is, it's
under.
reasonable.
Okay.
Under.
A lot of people. I've heard a little.
Do you see
chit-chatter.
how much
Underpaid.
Duncan Robinson got paid, though?
I didn't actually. I know he got
Duncan
extended.
Robinson.
Miami Gar, baby.
I know.
So, you guys have any takeaways from any of the stuff that happened through the Olympics, through the Hall of Fame speeches, or in the inductees? Anything stick out to you, or your thoughts on the contracts?
Hey, I just want to say shout out Gable Steveson, my boy. Wins the Olympic gold. Let's go. Brings it home for Minnesota. We love that. Just to bang on the wrestling line a little bit. People don't really appreciate that shit. But it's a big deal. Gold medalist. Sunny Lee. Where is she from? Brooklyn Park.
Really?
Oh yeah, I just saw a picture of Wall.
Justice for Dante Wright.
Wow.
Okay, hold on a second. Slow down.
I love it.
Bryson, what you got on that?
Well, I didn't watch any wrestling. Actually, didn't know that was part of the Summer Olympics. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Not gonna lie. See, I've always been a big soccer guy when it comes to the summer stuff. But
Soccer is worldwide #1.
it is.
It's
Indeed.
a fact.
Shout out to them. It's nice to see the USA men's take the gold for basketball. Super disappointing start though.
I kind of wanted Spain to win. I was jamming.
I was just gonna say.
I was
not gonna
going for
lie.
Rubio.
Dude, I was all for Spain, Slovenia. That would have been fun to see because they
I
were
know.
Hey,
they were giving
I
it
put
to
like
them.
$40 on Spain.
Hey,
It would have been
fu-
sexy. It wasn't
fun
meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
Fun fact about Ricky Rubio, he is the highest scoring player from a foreign country to play in the Olympics that scored 38 points. So him
What?
scoring 38 points is the most ever against Team USA.
Wait a minute.
He balled on
Did
us.
he? I'm pretty sure I'm saying this right. I think he had the highest average for anyone in the Olympics this year. 25 a game.
I would not
That's
be
fire.
surprised.
I'm pretty sure.
KD
I'm
didn't
pretty sure he
drop
did.
more than that.
'Cause I think Luka was 23. I think KD was 20. And I want to say it was Rubio at 25.
Those boys really D up in the Olympics, low key.
He
Dude.
he needs to do that here in the NBA. Stop passing the ball.
Someone needs to
Just stop.
allow him.
Stop it.
Just stop.
Well, someone just needs to allow him to run the offense the way that he loves to run it, and then that you could see, like, it works for him, or put him in position to make successful plays. He's gonna score, and
The biggest thing, we need more FIBA. We need more rule changes. NBA is a circus
Oh,
show.
yeah. I mean,
It's
I'm
soft now.
stoked that they're already starting to change those rules. Trae Young and James Harden are going to get hurt the most next year.
I think it was like Emmanuel Quickly. Can't remember.
Quickly's fire.
Someone did that little pump fake, and then you know how they lean into the guy and they draw that weak petty foul.
They're saying they can't do that.
He didn't call it, and he was in
Yep.
such disbelief. I loved it. I thought that was awesome.
Yep.
I don't think they should be able
That's
to draw
why the
fouls
U.S.
like that.
struggled to
Can't
start off in all these exhibition games they were losing because they were just laying on the ground looking at the refs.
yeah, but like when that report came out, when they started complaining about foul calls, I'm like, are you joking?
Are you joking?
Are you
Trash.
joking?
Are you kidding
Garbage.
me?
You guys are the most skilled players in the fucking world, and you guys are complaining about fouls. You guys are,
No, it was seriously embarrassing.
yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
coming
shout
from
out to
USA.
Devin
Hey.
Booker.
Here's the thing, though. We still
D-Book.
took gold.
Nice.
Yeah, and some of my favorite players were on that team. I love Dame, Zach LaVine, Devin Booker. Those are some of my favorite players. So
Took gold by what?
Nah,
7
man.
though?
Just
Or
give
was it
KD the
22?
ball. That's it. That's
Yeah,
all you
first
got to
year
do.
to
You want to
20,
win? Just
Hey,
give KD the
we're-
ball.
We're lucky we got pool play though, or if it was strictly one and done tournament style, this would have been a sad story.
Tragic. In fact.
Tragic.
Oh, yeah.
Moving to the Hall of Fame side of things, did you guys see the bust of Peyton Manning? The
Chill.
forehead is proportionate.
Chill.
Dude,
Chill.
that was so
Hold on.
photoshopped. Chill.
No
dude.
way, dude. That was actual science,
Lucas
dude.
Rudenberg sent that to the group, dude. There's
Don't
no
talk
way
about my
that's-
guy.
Bro, that thing was beautiful.
hold on, I'll pull it up.
Okay.
The forehead represents
Okay.
his
Keep
football
in
IQ.
mind, this is accurate. This,
Dude,
people
let's
say
be
it's
real.
photoshopped.
Are you bringing it up?
I like that though.
Oh God. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was crying when I saw that.
I know, dude. Me too.
Oh,
Like, what are we doing here?
Bro, people got too much time on their hands.
I know.
I couldn't.
Oh,
I would've never.
I'm curious as to how people react to it.
See, and that's the non-edited one.
That's the real one. Now, and that's still a problem, folks.
Yeah.
That's the real one. So,
I mean, it's, they kind of did him some justice, if you ask me.
they did, bro. They sized that down. They did. Oh my god.
Oh man.
The gold
He
jacket.
looks like damn Superman in his bus, and then he looks like a damn retired dog.
Dude,
this
that's
hurts.
the crimson chin with Barnacle Boy right there.
This hurts.
Next to each other. That hurts. That's bad. All right.
I'll just leave that on screen for a bit. Why not? Oh, never mind.
Want to do some quarterbacks?
QBs.
Actually,
Justin Fields, is he starting or not? Just want to know quick. Starting
No.
or not?
Right away, no. I'll give it till week 6.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Week 6.
Week 6, you think they're going to develop him a little bit and then give him the ball?
I think they're gonna be
No,
like
they'll be
2 and
0
4.
5 and have no choice.
Yeah. They're gonna be.
That's garbage, man.
They're gonna be battling with the Lions. They're gonna be like, you know what? It's Fields time, baby.
hey, but before I get into the Madden ratings, I actually wanted to get into a couple more topics. So the
Yep,
next
hold on, wait, pause.
topic I want to talk about is, you know how the Super Bowl and the NFL draft has been, well, the NFL draft is new to this, but the Super Bowl is a part of this too, is that they get bids each year to go to a new city,
Sure.
so that city
How
can
much?
get more
How much?
money. So NFL draft brings in revenue. That Super Bowl brings in massive revenue for most cities in a small period of time.
big bucks.
So now we're talking about Lucas Oil Stadium's contract is coming to an end for the NFL Combine. So a team like the Minnesota Vikings have just put in a bid as well as multiple other teams to get the combine, which is a
New
little bit.
man on the Minnesota Vikings. Hey, shout out Lizzo. For real, for real though.
I hate this kid. We didn't originally
Let's go.
want him on here, but
Turn
we
up.
had to.
Turn up. Yeah, obligatory. Exactly. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but no, for real. So Minneapolis, it could come here. The combine could come here.
That's
great
for
revenue.
That's for 2023, right?
Well, that's the thing though, right? Like, is it gonna be great for revenue?
Hey, I initially didn't think it would be, but if you get Bryson was saying like media deals, TV shit.
It is good advertisement for the city though, because they do
Yeah.
get a lot of beautiful. Like
Just-
Lucas Oil Stadium gets bunch of nice.
Because of
shots.
course you people know there are no fans allowed at the combine. Correct. So, okay.
Well, that could always change. I don't know.
Definitely not right
would
now.
you guys
though.
go to a
Yeah.
combine?
Yeah, for
COVID-wise?
sure not right now. Yeah.
Man,
Because okay. Right.
What-
would I go to a combine?
Yeah.
It depends on
I
what
would.
event.
If it was here, I'd at least check it out.
Like a 40-yard dash, dude.
Might be kind of lit. Just watch them do some drills.
But
Dude, I'm a football nerd. I could sit there and
You're a
watch that
football
all
head.
day.
You're a pigskin head.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you can learn a lot too. Like, in terms of like evaluating talent. Like if you're just watching.
Dude, I'm the type of
I'm
guy to like bring my own stopwatch. Like,
Stop.
Oh my! Stop it! Stop it!
The tan bucket hat, the stopwatch.
oh,
This guy's wearing cargo shorts with a tucked-in plain white tee and some tube socks.
Tubies.
Jeez, Louis.
Yes, sir.
Dude, and he's always
Arms,
just rocking
arms
white
crossed
helmets.
with the brown clipboard. Back up just in case his stopwatch stops and he snaps it on his knee.
Let's go. Kai, I love that. Okay, so basically they fucked up for the number one rating for QB, which was who? We all know. I don't.
God, I hate this kid.
Rick,
Dude.
we're not transitioning over into the Madden ratings yet, but
Yes, we are.
one more topic.
We are.
One more topic.
more.
So
Yeah.
Bryson mentioned how at the combine.
Dude.
Bryson mentioned
Kai,
that,
chill, bro. Chill.
Bryson mentioned at the combine how fans won't be able to attend due to COVID. So then COVID has also stirred up a new conversation due to the new NFL protocols.
Correct.
Let me pull that on the screen. So they sent out a memo. So pull up this. And we'll highlight that. Zoom it in. So according to Thursday's memo, vaccinated players or staff who test positive, vaccinated players that test positive or have asymptomatic symptoms can return to duty after 2 negative tests in 24 hours apart. So as long as they have 2 negative tests within 48 hours,
Dose.
they are allowed to return to football activity. But for non-vaccinated players who test positive, they have to remain away from the team in isolation for 10 days.
10.
So
Dramatic.
you got to think of
It's 10 days now? I thought it was 5.
at least that's what this article says. Let me see when this was posted because I do want to make sure because like
I thought we talked about this the other day and it was only 5.
This was only
this
a
is
couple weeks ago.
This is from
Are you putting off getting
NFL.com.
life insurance because you think it's
like 2 weeks.
complex, expensive,
Oh,
and
no.
time-consuming? Are you concerned about
Free ad.
He says,
Yeah.
Dose. Let's go.
We're not sponsored by them.
Yeah,
Or
this
anybody.
was posted July 2nd, 2021.
That's okay.
Oh, July 22nd.
Yeah, that's probably it.
So, dude,
Man.
10 days, that changes.
That's tough.
That's for sure a game. Like, you're no matter what missing a game, probably 2. Like, if you just get into close contact.
Do they test on game days?
They test
Every
day.
day?
They probably have to.
Every
Every day?
player,
They probably
every
have to.
player is getting tested
Yeah, you're looking at
all the time now.
potentially 2.
That'd be annoying getting tested all the time, though.
So the
Oh,
person I
God.
want to bring up is Kirk Cousins. Recently, the Minnesota Vikings
Big Kirk.
had a COVID break in their quarterback room with Kellen Mond testing positive for COVID. This caused Nate Stanley and Kirk Cousins to have to go onto the COVID list because they are presumed to be unvaccinated. It's not on record, but since they had to stay away from the team for it was 5 days. So maybe it is 5 days, and maybe that guy got the article wrong because Kirk was only out for 5 days.
I was gonna say he's already back at practice.
Yeah, so Kirk's already back at practice. And when Kirk came back, he had a press conference. And Kirk Cousins, this is just some of the things that kind of came from the Kirk Cousins thing. He's kind of talks in a way that he's going to control the situation, going as far as saying that he'll get plexiglass to protect himself. He said that he's going to follow the protocols and that he's going to be very vigilant is the word that he used multiple times in trying to avoid contracting this virus.
I want to see Kirk with like plexiglass trying to take a snap or some shit. Like, what are we doing?
Keep in mind, he also said he was
Kirk.
willing to do whatever it takes when it comes to winning a Super Bowl.
And,
But I'm not getting that.
and
Go
that
ahead.
and that
Okay.
brings
He
me
says go ahead.
and that brings me to a quarterback
Kirk,
that is around the same, I would say, playing level. Like they're both very similar. Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill changed his mind on the vaccine and decided to get vaccinated because he wants to win a Super Bowl. He wants to give his team the best chance of winning, and that's availability. That's the most important thing in the NFL. So that brings up a debate. I'm not saying that people should be vaccinated or shouldn't be vaccinated. I'm saying that in the NFL landscape today, due to the protocols, teams that have a higher percentage of vaccination have a better chance of being more available on the field, which translates to more wins.
That's a fact.
So
That's no cap.
it gives you a
Yeah.
competitive
No cap
advantage to have
sports.
a more vaccinated team. And then if players aren't getting vaccinated, this is going to affect them getting future contracts as well. So it's just a big implication, and I would like to have a discussion on what you guys think of it. Trying to stay away from like any political things, but more so just trying to talk about how it's going to affect the NFL going forward.
Like you say, I think just being available for your team is the biggest aspect. And to not even get political, you just got to think of how you're going to win games. And if you're absent in a week 8 or 9 game where you need to win there against like a division opponent, if you're not there because COVID and you could have been vaxxed and made that like isolation shorter, you're tweaking.
That's a good point.
Go
To kind of add on to that, going year by year, this is probably going to become more and more mandatory. Not even just for sports, but kind of everywhere in any job force, really. But specifically in football, GMs are already looking at guys every single year. Who's aging? Whose play is going down? Are you a problem off the field? And now we're talking
I
about
got that list.
Yeah, right. You're on the list. Not only injuries, but now we're talking COVID. It's just another thing in the box. Are you going to be there for us?
Another red mark.
Especially when you're a Super Bowl contending team or pushing for that.
Right.
You're in a contract. Is he in a contract year?
No.
No,
Kirk's
locked up.
Kirk's is for 2 more years.
2 more?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like it's coming up though. He's gonna be due for another big contract. Like he's at an age where he's gonna get another 4 to 5 year contract on big money.
Zim is pissed too. He wants to win.
Well, this
He
is
does.
he's
He's fed up with
on
this.
thin ice. So
Yeah.
Zimmer got a
No cap.
good team. This team is a talented team. The Vikings is good. I know that I'm clearly a Vikings fan.
Really?
But
Are you serious?
this team is
Hold on a
good.
second.
Like, and they're kind of all in. So then like when a player is making a decision that is more for self than the greater, or not for the better holistic of the team, is like it kind of makes you wonder. It's like, well, you're getting paid a lot of money to win games, but if you're gonna miss potentially like up to like 5 games due to close contact, you can't control it.
Right.
You can't have it.
You
You can't
can't-
have that.
I mean, that's the whole like Bryson said with the workforce too. The best ability in life is availability, right? To be dependable, to be there when your team needs you or when your work needs you. But at the same time, like for me, I'm like, if you get the vaccine, are you like with Kirk, right? At all costs, he's gonna make sure he's protected, right? At all costs, whatever that means to him. So like, I'm almost like, all right, cool. This is a job. That means you're not going to pull the Michael Jordan going out to Atlantic City partying before Game 7
Why
or
not?
Game 6
Shout
on the
out
fluke
Alexis.
because you're
Shout out
going to
Mike
be more
Jordan.
cautious. So where you get other guys who maybe because they're vaccinated, they'll go out. They just, rookies just got their first paycheck. They'll go out downtown Miami, let's say, and everyone has COVID there, or at least one person does, and they don't even know it.
What are you doing, Miami?
I don't know, dude. But I'm just saying, like, if anything, I feel like if you're going to isolate, because what Kirk Cousins is going to have to end up doing if he's going to be a man of his word, right? Like, at all costs, I'm going to prevent all this, yada, yada, yada. The only thing he's going to be able to do is study the playbook and watch film. So I'm almost like, honestly, like, I'd rather have you doing that than going out in the public, doing whatever you want. You're forced now, like, to literally only be thinking about football. So I don't know, like, for me.
No, I agree. I mean, hey, in a perfect world, if he's able to stay away and like stay away from anyone that is that does contract the virus,
Which is impossible to do.
The cause close contact. It is starting to spread way more rapidly. So it's like if he could do those things, great, and he's able to play in all the games, and the Vikings are able to make the playoffs, and they're able to make a push, and Kirk Cousins is a leading force in that. That's the perfect world. But like it's a variable that you can't control, so it's unknown. It's an X factor. It's something that could derail the whole season, and there's nothing that you can do about it. You could try your best, and I hope that he does, and I think that he will. But it's just like it's something that's out of your control at the same time.
And we're only in. We just got through the Hall of Fame game.
Like,
go ahead.
If the NFL's doing their job, I think it is in their, like, if they're taking the proper precautions and everything they say, where like you do these simple things that'll prevent you for the most part from, ever being susceptible to it or whatever, like it is in their control. But the one part where I don't think it's in their control is, which I don't really understand, because I guess they're still allowing fans into the stadium, correct?
Correct.
So that's like, for me, at least last year, it's like that's when the big outbreaks would happen, was when a team would play a game and then someone the next day would test positive for COVID. And so now it's like both teams are out for a week or two.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern.
There's all these rescheduling. But now you're adding in a whole nother factor of thousands of fans, because I know the Vikings, at least last I looked, were at full capacity. So now, right, like what's considered close contact with fans, like especially in Minnesota where it's a concealed arena.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know why you wouldn't have it comparable to like other sports though, like baseball. I mean, there have been fans in the stands all year long, and their COVID protocols, like you're not missing any games now due to COVID. In the beginning of the season, they were like April, May. There was games getting canceled all the time, but now it's like it's not like COVID is any more or less prevalent. Like why is it still so strict on NFL right now? Because of closer contact, but you can still transmit it.
Well, that's another good point though, because actually the protocols, Kirk mentioned in his presser that there's a memo coming out that the protocols could change in coming weeks, and that the situation is always fluid. So
yeah,
it's ever changing, folks.
So as more information comes and as numbers change and all this yada yada yada, and like we'll see how the first few weeks go. Things like that, like protocols could change, like things could go back to normal. It could actually not even be a big concern at all, and it doesn't even affect the landscape.
Have hope, Minnesota.
I mean, but here's like, what are the Detroit Lions doing though? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of Michigan's already back into quarantine.
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because my thing is look, like it comes down to like with anything, right? People don't care about bad news or inconveniences. They care about surprises. So like if it's fluid, great, it could work out to your advantage. But at the same time, like these players, like you got to think like they already got to prepare. They got to get their bodies right, especially when it comes to end season. You're really going to change up the COVID protocol and the consequences like in the middle of a season based off of what some like health statistic that came out for a week. And then the next week it gets way worse or something like, or there's an outbreak in a team in a division that's not even in yours, like there comes a point where I think like before the season starts, they need to just set a rule and just run with it, regardless of what happens.
Well, and then I want to like also bring this up. So Tom Pelissero.
Pelissero.
I know how to pronounce, like, very famous Twitter information guy.
Big guy.
So, if an outbreak of an unvaccinated NFL player causes a game to be canceled, infected team forfeits, takes a loss for playoff seeding, faces financial penalties, and possible additional sanctions if protocols are violated. Players on both teams don't get paid. And there's even more to that.
What is considered an outbreak? How many players is that?
I think enough for the game to get canceled. I don't know how many players that would cut. Like
Probably isn't there like a roster minimum that you need active?
Yes.
Isn't it like 40?
It's probably
40
I think it's in the 40s.
Yeah. I think it's like 43.
So maybe like 10 guys is an outbreak. What do you think about that? That sounds like a good number. That's a good number.
Yeah. Don't like you could tweet it. You could tweet it as a quote from Rig. But yeah, 10 guys is considered an outbreak.
There's probably some close calls last year on that too. I'm not really sure. But.
And then going off contract stuff, I wanted off of insider for the Vikings, Darren Wolfson.
Yes.
He said that there is 7 guys that are not vaccinated on the Vikings that are locks to be on the roster of the 53. And so that means 4 or 5 starters and then 3 big rotational guys. And then there's 2 fringe 53 roster guys that aren't vaccinated. And he said that their agents are begging them to get vaccinated because they're going to get cut. Because they're on the fringe, they're battling someone. And since that they don't have the vaccination, why would they give them the roster spot over the guy that they're battling? Because there's a good chance they won't be available. So it's just that's a real life example of how it's already affecting potential jobs. I mean, maybe they do make the team, but that's just the report.
But here's the thing, right? It's for me, and I get it. Honestly, on this one, I'm on the end of I'm on the agents and the owner's side. This is a business. The NFL is a business at the end of the day, right? So if your job has a dress code, you have to abide by your dress code or you lose your job. So why wouldn't, if you're a fringe guy, so meaning you're not gonna be that pivotal bearing a bunch of injuries. Yeah. I mean, the same way no one can blame them for they get their own decision if they want to get the vaccine or not. They have to deal with the consequences, both good and bad, regardless of what those are. Right. So if that means you're a fringe guy, you decide not to, and the team wants to go the safer route, there's honestly, even if you do have a little bit of an advantage, if I'm an owner too, for my top guys, do whatever you want, whatever, but I'm going to reduce the amount of people that can affect my top players that decide not to get vaccinated. So I'm on the owners on that one where it's if you're a fringe guy, I'm cutting you.
Yep.
And guys that are fringe guys that end up getting cut for that reason, your chances of getting signed afterwards on another team who could or could not be struggling with COVID, your chances of getting signed go significantly lower.
Exponentially less.
Better luck next year.
Yeah.
Forget skill.
Just get vaxxed, basically.
Or they just gotta hope that this
team.
all just goes away. That's essentially the 2 things that they could just hope for is that, or it's either that they just get vaxxed or they hope it just all goes away.
You better pray to God.
I mean, we all hope that. I mean, this is.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
All right, that's enough of that.
I'm sick of it.
It's time.
It's been so long.
Brayson, let's get some fucking sounds going, buddy.
Yeah, come on. What's up with that, man?
This is what we've been waiting for.
What's up with that?
So, I don't know if you guys have seen a bunch of this mainstream lists going on.
See,
They've
now
all
we
been
go.
bad all
Garbage.
year. And then later on, we have to deal with the Madden rating.
Garbage.
When's the last time you guys have bought Madden?
Man.
I got Madden 07, baby. Let's go.
I don't know about that one, man.
You know what? These ratings
Who's on the cover of that?
of 07?
Yeah.
Reggie Bush.
Stop it.
No.
It's not Reginald.
Let's see. Ray Lewis was 05. 06 was
The Madden curse, my man.
McNabb.
You're on the cover.
Was it-
You're
was
getting
it-
injured.
Was it Lewis? No.
he was 05. Fuck it. I got it.
All right.
Just punch it up on the
Keep
iPad
going.
there.
I'll look at it.
All right. So, I did a thing where I kind of compared the Madden ratings,
Just a little
which
thing.
is mainly bullshit. with PFF rankings. Cause
Hot ass.
Pause. Sean Alexander. Continue.
Sean Alexander. Okay.
That's sick. Sean Alexander was
That's money.
good as fuck.
Oh, on Madden 07, let's go.
What a loser.
But so the Madden has a group of people that study the game, look over film to rate players, and that's what they do.
And they're unqualified.
I believe it was
They're
Chad
unqualified.
Ochocinco that does it with them or whatever. Was it Chad Ochocinco?
That's kind of lit.
I think he's got something to do with
That's
it.
kind of lit.
And then PFF has a whole organization where they grade players. So, it's kind of interesting. Let's, compare and contrast. It's all different metrics, and they do all their little thing. Madden cares more about clout and, name recognition.
Exactly.
And PFF is more strictly about, are you a plus player or minus player based off each play you do? Do you do a positive rep or do you do a negative rep? And then they grade you based off that.
Wow.
So
It's a science.
So this is the Madden ratings that we're going through. Madden 22 NFL player ratings. The first thing that we'll get into is the 99 Club. And the 99 Club consists of Patrick Mahomes, who is on PFF an elite player. Travis Kelce is also an elite player. Jalen Ramsey was not graded as elite. Aaron Donald.
Garbage.
Jalen Ramsey?
Jalen Ramsey
The
wasn't
99?
even rated as the best corner on his team, according to PFF.
Stop it.
So I don't know if I don't know what how they grade in PFF, but I mean I always think that Jalen Ramsey is pretty good.
I agree with 4 of these 5.
And then Aaron Donald is a clear.
He's cold. And Devontae Adams
Wait.
is cold too.
Wait.
Devontae.
Is somebody missing?
Yeah.
Somebody missing from this list.
I think
Somebody has to be.
I think there could be a couple guys from this that
Give me,
could be on this
give me
list.
3.
I would put.
'Cause I got
Derrick-
one.
I'll put Derrick Henry on it.
I like that one.
Okay, Mr.
Damn,
Mr.
you
2K.
bastard.
He had
That's respect.
2,000 yards.
Was he not 99?
Yeah.
What was he, 90? 98?
Dude, he's not even He's not even number one running back.
Garbage. Keep
Boo.
going.
We could
Keep
get
going.
into. I don't know
Dalvin Cook,
how far
baby.
we're going
We'll speak
today,
on
but
that.
we could get into that. And then I also think that I don't want to say, but I think Aaron Rodgers should be a 99 too. If Patrick Mahomes is a 99.
Wow.
Last year
The
was
Jeopardy
ridiculous,
host?
not gonna lie.
And,
Alright.
and I'm a.
I forgot. Are you a Vikings fan or what's going on here?
Non-biased.
Yeah, I can't have bias, man.
If I'm doing it based off how Madden normally rates too, but I have my own ranking on here, so I lied because I didn't even rank Aaron Rodgers as 99.
Can I get Quentin Nelson on the list though?
Quentin Nelson.
I mean, he's basically Aaron Donald just on the other side.
the O-line.
Let's get real.
Actually, I do agree. I do agree.
What if? I mean, he's generational. There's no doubt about
Quentin
it.
Nelson, I agree with. Well, I mean, I'm the one who fucking said it. Derrick Henry.
So you'd go Derrick Henry 99.
Dude, 2,000
I like that.
yards.
I know.
And it's been back-to-back seasons where he's been the top guy.
This is no cap.
Last time where you can do that with 16 games too. So kind of the last time it's really more impressive than what it will be. You know what I mean? We got an extra game this year.
Okay, so we're substituting Ramsey for Henry, straight up trade, and then we 5 for 5. We like that.
And I don't think Jalen Ramsey's a 99.
No.
And then I also people are not gonna agree with me, but I also don't think Devontae Adams is a 99.
He's up.
I think he's high 90s.
I think 97 plus questionable. Just toss 99.
It's just he had 2 1,000 yard seasons so far in his career.
Wait.
He's been very good
Do you have
those last 2 years.
Do you have another receiver that you prefer over him?
If it's
that
based off
possible?
last year, I'll take Stephon Diggs.
What about Jets?
I'm not mad at that.
Justin Jefferson. All right.
Dude, actually, if Justin
up there,
Jefferson was
but-
able to play the first
Slow
2
down.
games as a starter,
Slow
Pump
down.
the brakes.
Let's.
Oh
just-
yeah.
but I'm
Yeah,
just saying
we
based
didn't
off
even look at him.
if it's based off numbers, I mean he had more yards.
The Vikings fans are coming out.
He only had 7
Hard.
touchdowns though.
Yeah, he had 7 touchdowns, but that's good for.
Again, it's unbelievable. But I mean, Devontae Adams had 7 touchdowns his
Chris
2 games
Carter-
against the
Didn't
Vikings
he have?
alone.
Didn't he have the highest? Was the highest yards per catch?
Yeah,
One of them?
he was up there. He only had
Yeah.
88 catches for 1,400 yards. He was third overall for all receivers.
He was
It was just
more-
DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, it was Stephon Diggs number 1, DeAndre Hopkins, and then Justin Jefferson for the receivers, and then Travis Kelce was number 2.
What a freak.
Has Devontae Adams been the most valuable fantasy player for receivers?
In PPR, I would say probably the last 2 years. Yes.
That's why he's got
Last
that
2 years?
Yeah.
What about
Michael Thomas the year before.
Michael Thomas? That was 2019.
Okay. Yeah.
143 catches?
See,
We gotta
yeah.
talk about what
See,
Kai said about Michael
that
Thomas,
is
though.
that is exactly why he's getting a lot of attention. I think they do play fantasy into account. Anyways, everyone's rated elite on PFF besides Jalen Ramsey. So this is the Madden ratings
Moving
for
along.
quarterbacks.
We had
So quarterbacks for Madden, number 1 is Patrick Mahomes at 99 overall. Number 2, Tom Brady, 97.
Why was Mahomes not on that 99 list? I'm pissed right now.
No, he was.
He was.
Was he?
You goofy.
Was he?
Yeah.
I
Don't
just
even
want
go
to say
back.
this about Tom Brady real
Tweaking.
fast. Can we all
Okay,
just
he
give
was.
some respect and let everyone know he is a 97 overall rating, which, in my opinion, fully deserved. 44 years old, winning a Super Bowl. Give the man a good rating. But he is a 97 with a 59 speed rating. That dude is Lightning McQueen. All right? All I'm saying, if you're playing Madden, you're running option with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
Ridiculous.
No, sir. No, sir.
Zone read
Can't have
every
that.
single time, baby.
You taking him or Lamar Jackson?
When it comes to what? Madden?
Running.
Running? Oh, Tom Brady.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Love it.
Have you seen it?
Dude.
His sneaks are crazy.
Dude, only one player has ever broken Ray Lewis's ankles. That's Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Okay, at this point, he's at 97. Just throw him a 99. Why not at that point?
I mean, he did win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be mad if he did.
I mean, come on.
What was holding them back?
The only thing about Tom Brady is that he had a really shaky portion of like the year, like at the beginning ish. I don't. It was like a weird portion of the year where they're like, people were like, all right, is this Bucks team actually good? And then all of a sudden, then the Bucks just fucking like started clicking,
They vibed.
and then they started like winning a lot of games. But they were like really fucking sketch for a little while. And
Who
Brady,
Bucks?
and
Dude,
Brady,
like, you had Mike Evans dealing with injuries. You had Chris Godwin who broke his finger because Tom Brady threw the ball too hard. You didn't really know what you
Catch
had.
the ball.
Catch
Catch the ball.
You're
Fournette.
professional. Just catch it.
Grow up.
dude, Brady lost to the Bears. He didn't know what down it was. Like, you guys remember that? And then he came back and then he won the Super Bowl. So everyone forgot about it.
He
So,
did do that.
Still funny, though.
but dude,
That's
it,
because of the
Goated.
playoffs.
It was
Tom
a
Brady
weird-
turned it up.
it was weird. Aaron Rodgers is a 96 at number 3. Number 4 is Russell
Imagine
Wilson.
Imagine being 44 and a 97 on Madden.
Yeah, dude, the dude's gonna play till he's like 60. At this rate,
Yeah.
Dude,
dude,
Dude.
for real.
dude, imagine being like rated like lower, like when you were like 30, like 10 years ago. I think he was rated lower than he is right now.
That's so
Dude, they have
wild.
Matt Ryan over Kirk Cousins. That's disgusting to me.
I was just gonna say, can we
That's
go to the
disgusting
opposite
to me.
end of this top 10? I don't like
Please.
Matt Ryan.
Dude, seriously though, what
I
is
don't.
Yeah, I would say on this top 10, Matt Ryan is definitely the odd man out.
that? And I'm not trying to be like Vikings biased, but I'm just throwing the.
My
hometown
biggest
touch in
takes
that.
my biggest takes is that Josh Allen should be rated higher in my opinion based off the year he had. He's only at 88. I don't really like Deshaun Watson is controversial, but also a 90 is pretty low for Deshaun Watson. Like if we're talking about just pure if you're rating a player, but I know he's like
He is dynamic, but yeah, socially. they're
His
just giving
stats
him a
last
couple
year
steps.
for absolutely nothing, even losing Will Fuller with 6 games left or whatever it was unbelievable. Like I think, if anything, I feel like you said, it's lower
like
than
he,
it should be.
he should be like at
Regardless of
least a
off-field
95.
issues, right?
If we're being realistic, he should be at least a 95.
Wow.
I'd put him over Russell.
Yeah. Russell
Yeah,
Wilson had a
I
down.
like that
Wilson.
actually.
He had a
Yeah.
down year.
Where do you put Josh Allen?
I
He-
put-
mean-
he's at 88 right now. Where do you put him?
Here's the thing with Deshaun Watson. His wide receiver one was what? Like Will Fuller for 12 games, and he led the NFL last year in passing yards. Like,
Eh?
no offensive line. He had David Johnson in the backfield. Like,
I mean,
yeah, he should be at 5.
I mean, the most important thing too was he was super efficient as well. Like he had great QBR, he had good completion percentage, touchdown to interception ratio was phenomenal. I don't have the exact stats in front of me. I could pull them up, but his numbers were still really good. So like he should be rated higher, but they just don't want to like give him the extra praise.
Don't
And I get
quote
it.
me, but I'm
It-
like
it-
90%.
it's political. They can't.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure on this, but I'm pretty sure since Watson came into the league, I believe he's the most hit quarterback as well. So he's doing all this,
Because he's a douchebag.
getting his ass absolutely handed to him.
Mauled.
Let's relax. O-line, there's garbage, but he still shows up.
But that just shows he gets the ball off even with an inefficient O-line. People always say other quarterbacks, if their O-line's bad, you can still get it done.
Russell
think-
Wilson.
Exactly. You just got to get the ball off. Some guys only have 2 seconds, 2.5.
So I got a question when it comes to like, what are you guys' takes on this? We have Justin Herbert down all the way at 15 as an 80 overall. Like, I don't. They don't even
they
give
don't
him
blow
a
up
90
rookies like that.
throw count.
we're not to that page yet, but
Yeah, slow down, Kai.
yeah, I was gonna talk about the PFF ranking for the top 10. Just because you don't have it in front of your face right here, Kai, let me just read off like real quick.
I got.
So number 1 is Rodgers, number 2 Brady, number 3 Watson, number 4 Mahomes, number 5 Tannehill, number 6 Wilson, number 7 Josh Allen, 8 Baker Mayfield, 9 Dak Prescott, but I put an asterisk because he was only played for 5 games, and then number 10 Derek Carr. That's PFF's top 10 based off grades.
Derek Carr. Okay. Pause.
Yeah, the two I don't agree with there are Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr.
I mean, Dak would definitely be in there if he played a whole game. If Dak wasn't in there, then Kirk Cousins would be number 10.
Yeah.
And this is all just stat stuff, no character bias.
I mean,
This
here's
is
like,
the PFF. So
where is the
Watson above Mahomes?
disrespect on Kyler Murray coming from? I know I'm biased because my name's in his name, but like,
Trash.
they are the disrespect on this guy because he had 12 picks, but like the guy almost ran for 1,000, threw for 3,500 or something
He's
like
talking
that.
about Lamar
Let me look.
Jackson. I could
Yeah,
go.
he almost threw for 4,000 yards. Like,
So
Kyler Murray.
So on PFF grades, Lamar Jackson doesn't even crack the top 15. He's actually number 16. I wasn't even able to list him on my list
16.
here. Madden rated him, I think, appropriately, but
I'm
not
not gonna lie, I
PFF.
do agree with it though. Like looking at all the other quarterbacks
Yeah,
except
but PFF is probably focused more towards like the actual stats they did last year.
So how they described it was like they watch each snap that they're a part of and that they give them a grade, either a -2 up to a +2. So it could be like a -1 or a 0 or a +1 or a +2. And each snap they'll give them a grade, and it's out of 100. So then based off that grade, they'll kind of like be like, okay, you're above average, you're elite, or like you're average. And then that's kind of like, so like how impactful you are overall, like based off all your reps combined is
Dude,
how they grade you.
Stafford, Murray, and Carr over Cousins. Stop it. Cousins is one above a man that has never played a snap of professional football in his life. They are disrespecting this man.
Dude, yeah.
Because he didn't get the shot.
I mean, look where Jared Goff is. You're going to put Cousins next to, like, that close to Jared Goff. Like, Goff off.
Cough off, mate. Cough off.
Oh, what just happened?
What happened? No cap, though.
No cap.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to see my list?
Yes.
No.
Insert.
Oh, wait. So
Big
this is the
Tony's
rookies list. So they have Trevor Lawrence at 78, Zach Wilson at 75, Trey Lance 74, Justin Fields 74, Mac Jones 71. That's the top 5 rookie quarterbacks. And
Mac Jones should be higher.
they just rated it based off the order that they were picked, basically.
Yeah,
I'm not,
exactly.
I'm not mad.
They had to.
I'm not mad at what they got him at. Only thing I don't like is T-Law has one more point than Joe Burrow.
Boo.
It's the one thing I don't like.
I mean, it's tough though, because like Joe Burrow, like we just don't know what we're gonna get out of Joe.
Well, if the Bengals would get a half-decent O-line, it could be pretty fucking good.
What
Yeah,
we
but
We're
saw,
back to the O-line, folks.
what we saw out of
But
Joe
even with
last
the
year was pretty
O-line,
good.
like his knee's not gonna be the same.
They said that about Tom Brady. Look at that motherfucker. Ring
Yeah,
after
like,
ring
goated.
after ring.
Ring-a-ding.
I hate that guy. But God, so many rings.
He threw the Lombardi trophy from one boat to another one.
That was fucking cool.
Who does that?
Not gonna lie.
Who does that? That's a legend right there.
All right, are you guys ready to see my
Yeah, let's go.
list?
Joe Burrow's better.
So this is my list from 1 to 10, and this is my overall ratings that I'll give each player. So I said Patrick Mahomes, number 1.
Wait, pause. Go to 3 already. Why did you take a point away from Tom Brady?
What's up with that?
What are you doing?
I
Explain
kinda-
it. Explain it.
I kind of like the point shed a little bit, but let's hear this.
Oh, but he bumped Kirk up. No, talk.
I
Did you
think
not see his speed rating?
I think
Kirk
Bra-
with the 87.
I think Brady played
Let's go.
exceptional last year, but he wasn't good throughout the whole entire year. He did win the Super Bowl, and he got Super Bowl MVP. And yes, you could make it up to be like, oh yeah, you deserve a 99. But it's like Aaron Rodgers, he had one weapon, and he was consistent throughout the whole year, and he put up MVP numbers. Patrick Mahomes, I just rate him 99 because everyone else does, to be honest.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Patrick Mahomes is the truth. I mean, dude's a fucking wizard with the fucking football.
Okay, and I actually like that a lot overall. The one thing I'm going to say, though, Josh Allen
So
over Big Russ or Danger Russ?
I gave Josh Allen.
Lamar?
I gave Josh Allen the edge, and this is my reasoning for this: is because Josh Allen had a phenomenal year. Russell Wilson had a year that started off really good, and then it just
Unbelievable.
fell apart. It just fell apart for him.
Tanked.
It's not his fault. There's a reason why he was super frustrated this offseason.
He had a 99 pace going, and then he dropped to a 90. So they averaged it out.
So like he was like, dude, he was like MVP conversation, and then all
Nah.
of a sudden,
Here-
and then
Here's
Josh
my
Allen.
thing with Russell. Here's my thing with I don't understand. Like, and I would watch some. I wouldn't. Oh, dude, I'd still bog. You have DK Metcalf. How do you not force feed him the ball like Michael Thomas every single game?
Well, dude,
There should be no reason this guy only
Well,
has 4
DK's skill
targets.
set
a game.
isn't like Michael Thomas.
DK's a
though.
beast.
DK's more of a deep threat guy, anyways, and he doesn't have time to use him to the best of his ability because the old line can't hold up long enough.
Yeah, Russell literally runs around in circles half the game.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm sure he would love to throw
all
it
I'm
to DK.
saying is I'm throwing the ball at least 10 times a game to DK, regardless of the coverage, regardless of anything, rather than David Moore and
Wait.
Hollister.
Yeah,
And,
Lockett.
like,
Yeah, Tyler
I
Lockett.
like Lockett.
Tyler Lockett's really
What are you
good.
doing?
they barely used him, too.
Okay, you're capping
All right,
hard right
Kai.
now.
Dude, they
Get
always
off.
throw the ball to
Dude.
Lockett.
No, bro. I'm
Am I
pulling
shutting
up
off
the
the
stats.
lights?
I
Is
was,
your phone dead yet?
Keep going.
Am I shutting off the lights?
Shut him off.
Kill him.
Shut him off.
Kill it. Kill it.
Piss
Dude,
him
I'll
off.
pull it right now.
Kai,
Are you fucking joking?
what are you
You're gonna
doing?
talk about fucking weapons?
Dude, he just didn't use them. I'm not saying he didn't have them.
Oh, he just fucking. What do you think he did? Just fucking sprint in circles the whole damn game? Of course he fucking threw the ball at him. He couldn't. He didn't have the time.
Tyler Lockett had 100 catches last year.
Bro,
100.
Where did
right?
that
It's like
rank?
6 per game.
How
Where did
many
that
times did DK Metcalf get targeted over 10 times last year? Take a wild guess.
I'm turning on the light because I can't see Reagan. It's making me sad.
Guess how many times they targeted DK Metcalf
Wait.
more than 10 times last?
Say
10
that
or more
again.
times.
Say that again.
How many times did they target DK Metcalf 10 or more times last year?
Oh my.
How many times, Kai? How many times?
3 times, bro. 3 times. That's ridiculous.
Huh.
You're telling me that's okay? Like, I mean, if that's what you got a
Dude,
guy like
he's a
DK
deep
Metcalf.
threat. He's a deep threat. So
Dude,
like,
I don't
if
care,
you don't
dude.
have
No,
time
stop,
to
bro.
use his best
He-
skill set to throw it 10 times, I mean, it's like you don't have to throw every ball deep to him, but like
No, he's not like one of those little chippy guys, though, that you throw the ball to 25
a
times.
lot of his route tree is a fucking 9. It's a 9 route.
Dude,
The boys just
All I'm
booking, looking
saying-
for points.
you throw that ball at least 10 times a game to DK. I don't care on what it is.
In an ideal
He's gonna
situation
come.
where the
He's
O
just
line
like
allows
Stephon
it.
Diggs, bro.
They do need another weapon, though, in that receiving core to be cold. Like,
Yeah,
deep into the
another,
playoffs.
Another like consistent tight end would be nice too.
You know who
Yeah.
just added a great weapon to their receiving core? The Minnesota Vikings.
Hey.
D.D. Westbrook. Sorry
to interrupt. Average targets per game between Lockett and DK were both 8, with some decimals.
That's low.
All right,
So who cares?
boys. I think
All I'm saying,
the camera died.
I'm going 10 times a game or more. It happened 3 times.
Camera died.
Camera died, Kai. That was actually pretty good
Yeah.
life